Kaioken! Oob proving to be able to go toe-to-toe with Majin Buu. Piccolo can only wonder why he'd be so foolish to use his maximum Kaioken from the start, knowing he's just going to wear himself out. But Goku notes that isn't his maximum. And the warrior himself does acknowledge he knows he won't be able to rely on this power for long, as it still rapidly drains his energy, whether maximum or not, while the Majin expends his own carelessly as well as endlessly. Merging back into a single entity, the bubbly man is about done fighting, now in the mood for a snack, shouting for Oob to turn into a cake. But luckily, due to some intervention by Super Buu, he tosses it back at his foe. Cracking, fresh fruit is much better for you, turning him into a watermelon. This being the first time the others have seen Oob manipulate magic. Piccolo questions if he inherited that power from Buu, but even his mentor is shocked, never seen that ability in him before, as the boy begins to shout out in victory. The Majin wisely hid a piece of himself within the floor of the ring, while transmuting back to normal, possibly a bit confused. He giggles Oob doesn't understand the rules, as watermelons don't lose. Recognizing this as the same tactic from Buu of Universe 4, the Earthling knows he isn't as smart as his iteration from 4, so maybe a little trickery will work. Inquiring if Buu would like to play a game, happily responding, of course. Oob explains while he counts to 10. His new friend here goes to hide, and he'll come looking for him. If Oob can't find him in under a minute, Buu wins. Thinking for a moment, the childlike monster remembers the rules as explained to him by Super Buu. If he's out of view for 30 seconds, he'll be disqualified. A little flushed after realizing his trick has failed, Buu himself is furious someone would try to deceive him. Galactic Donut TM! What does he mean by TM? Gotenks doesn't give away his techniques. He provides a license for use. I know I can do it! Maximum Kaioken! Super Kamehameha! That's the last piece. Breakfast time! There! You're hidden! 1, 2, oh no! Come on! Stay calm! 18? 19? You won't get out! No cheating, Babidi. 30.4 seconds! Ooh, from Universe 18 wins!
Huh? Boo lose? Oh well, that was really fun! And I liked being a watermelon!
Back with the others, Oob admits he still has a long way to go before he can actually defeat Majin Buu. If this were a life or death fight, things wouldn't have gone his way. But Goku insists he take pride in his win, as this Buu is even stronger than the one back home, and he fought very well. Informing the crowd, the ring is now being reformed, and in a few moments, the next battle will begin. Back in their private area, seemingly out of fighters, Babidi stews in defeat, calling it unacceptable cheating, vowing he's had enough playing around and will take control of the situation himself, planning to possess everyone possible on this asteroid and destroy all those who resist. Dabura liking his master's idea, knowing evil runs rampant here. This would give Babidi an army of elites. And while the protective barriers shield the audience from Ki, they don't block magic. Gazing into his crystal ball, the wizard cackles one by one. They will all belong to him. The King of Demons suggests he start with Vegeta, as he appears to be the strongest by a wide margin and doesn't seem completely pure. But Babidi remembers Vegeta all too well, thinking back to when he refused to obey. Not wanting to open that can of worms again, he's set on not involving him or any of his counterparts in any way. Also, the villain can sense that some of these universes are abundant with benevolent warriors. In fact, he doesn't sense any evil left within Universe 18's Vegeta. Deciding it would be smart for now to remain discreet, they will move forward with their plan, but hide the Majin seal for the time being. And mysteriously, Buu remains in the corner, sulking for the duration of the conversation, completely separated from his usual happy-go-lucky self, as in one of the apartments to Universe 3.
So you think you can wear me down from the inside, Kami? but I am pure evil. I am independent. I am at your command.
Stepping up, our Vegeta versus Kakarot, the psychotic Saiyan relishing at the chance to massacre the prince, and for some reason is wearing his brother's armor. Knowing he should feel the same, Vegeta realizes this isn't his great rival, only a shadow. Though, his foe quips, a shadow who surpasses him, regrowing his tail, even coming to the surprise of his comrades. But our prince only feels it's a desperate, pathetic move. As Kakarot snickers, it's been a long time since he's used his miniature lamps, or personal blood waves. Using both the Ozaru and Super Saiyan transformation, his team looks on horrified.
This is from Dragon Ball GT.
No, we thought of it independently.
This might be a challenge after all.
Their Vegeta can't reach level 3? I saw their Kakarots and little brats do it, and Vegeta is definitely stronger than them. Big Bang!
So you're taking me for an oath? You're wrong! Yeah!
Attack!
You're worn out! And one less Vegeta. And the next will follow soon.
I didn't take you for an oath. You are one! You may be large, but you aren't very tough. And now, you just aren't very tough. Vegeta, always so sure of himself. You think you're superior, huh? Did you expect this? You really are pitiful, Kakarot. You should follow the example of a certain little girl and her grandfather, Son Goku.
Collapsing to the ground, Vegeta gets the W. A ref alerting a healer the gravity has been lowered, so he better go and take care of him quick. But the Namek is pretty sure he's dead. Retrieving his brother, Raditz can only comment on how the prince really laid a number on him. Setting him back in their area, the Saiyan then goes on to propose they handle more serious matters now. Namely, he'd like to speak to that old Kai one-on-one. Rolling his eyes, their Vegeta agrees. After all, given his lack of strength, Raditz has had to develop his diplomatic skills. Heading off, apparently Kakarot still clings to life. As the Namek announces he's going to heal him now, Vegeta objects, bluntly stating he prefers him this way. When an audience member suddenly holds his head in pain, another spectator inquiring what's the matter. But opening his eyes, he assures everything is fine. Calling upon Cell and Tapion to enter the ring, the Varga turns to her ally, asking if everything's alright, or if he just had a, bad feather day. Though he only mutters he's fine, and it's merely a lack of sleep. Sitting with old Kai, Raditz is blunt, knowing full well he can't lie to a Kaioshin without being caught, so he cuts right to the chase. If he is gifted the deity's power, he will use it to free up his own universe. About to take his place, Raichu warns, if Tapion enters the ring without Hirudegarn's aura, the gravity will crush him in an instant. But due to a well-placed epiphany last night, he has a much better solution. Shouting for the monster to wrap him in his aura and fight for him. Looking on at the creature, Cell sees this match as nothing more than training. While inside, Tapion will be completely sitting this one out, not even in control of Hirudegarn, but at least now, he's not his own weak point.
This doesn't make sense. I'm hitting much harder than that Giza Krillin. Your attacks are of a ridiculous level. This will go on forever if neither of us can hurt each other. And I can go on for years. What about you? You make a good point. The audience would get bored. It's time to play on the same field.
He didn't do that against us.
It's Battle of the Kaijus next time on Mondo Sellout Z.